welcome back to another episode of Life Changers. This is Mike, and this is part two. Oh, I see what you did. I'm going to try to get three episodes in a row where I'm going to talk about paintball. Oh, man. But this is part two of Making Your Reality. So in the part one part of Making Your Reality is we talked about where you are now. And now I want you to figure out where you want to be and write down all the attributes you want. Like write down if you want freedom of financial freedom or if you want success. But you got to write down you can't just write, I want success and I want, what does that mean to you? Right? To some people, success is, making YouTubes and making enough money that they can live off it. That's success, right? You got to write clearly your intentions of what success is, what you want. And then start working on those attributes. And yes, right? Look up. Don't just watch my podcasts or my talks or episodes. Listen to other people as well, and you'll hear the redundancy throughout the community and the law of attraction, and that wow, this is what's working. But you got to find out what works for you. Right? Like things that work for me, I could tell you exactly how I started my company and then tell you exactly how I make money and tell you exactly everything. And I have so many ideas, I could tell you exactly how you can make a lot of money right now. Easy as that. Hey, you on Facebook? You want to go on Facebook 2 hours a day and that's all you need to do? And you'd be successful? Call Mike. I could tell you exactly how to do it. But the sad part is, no matter how many times I go out and tell people and help people set it up, if they are not happy doing it and they don't believe in it, it's not going to work. So you have to find out what you want, what you deem as success, what you want your personal reality. Do you want to see puppies and rainbows? Or do you want to just see the crazy, horrible thunderstorms out there? Do you want positive energy or negative energy? Because I know for me, I want positive energy. I can care less. And I understand some people just need to talk and work through their energy. And I'm more than happy to talk and work through their energy with them and help them out. Listen. But one thing I don't like doing is when I open up my soul, my heart, my energy, and I'm just sharing things with people and they don't give a crap. They just don't care. They're just like, oh yeah, Mike's a dirty hippie now. Hey, Tim, did you know Mike's a dirty hippie? Yeah, I don't even think he shaves his face anymore and doesn't shower, doesn't wear deodorant. Like, come on, that's not nice. But you know what? In this world and law of attraction, it comes from all over walks of life. There's people that you meet and you're like, hey, wow. And you start talking with them and you're like, yeah, we're in the same thing. And we're from totally different worlds, but we agree on the law of attraction, making your reality. And I know a lot of people, and you probably hear it all the time, that, hey, you could change your reality and you really can, but you have to want to, and you have to believe. And it's not going to be easy, right? It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worthwhile. And you got to understand that there's a lot that we know. There's a lot that we know we don't know. But there's a whole nother damn pie or another half of the pie or more of stuff we don't even know. So you got to be able to roll with the punches. You can't be like, okay, this is the reality I'm creating and nothing's going to change it. Well, you got to be open to change because as you get more knowledge and more information, things change. Have you had a book that you read once and let's say it's a motivational book or success book or law of attraction book and you read it and you're like, wow, or listen to a podcast or Audible and you're like, I got a lot out of this book, and listen to it again. And now that you're more open and you're more knowledgeable in this field of law of attraction and all this stuff, that now you're picking up things that you didn't even pick up the first time, now that you're ready to hear it. Isn't that funny? And hey, listen to it again and again and again. You heard me before talking about the book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. You hear me saying a lot, Surrender, The Surrender Experiment. That's another book. It's called The Surrender Experiment by Michael A. Singer. And his first book that coincides with The Surrender Experiment is called The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. I'm not sponsored, but these books have changed my life. And I still listen to them. It's going on like 6-7 years. I'm still listening to them when I'm on the road or whenever I have a chance. I pop those in and I listen to them because now that there's more things in there for me to hear and actually understand and go, oh, and my conscious and subconscious pick up on it. So you build the reality that you want. So if you're a visual person, I suggest you can make yourself a digital one or make yourself a real one, but do a collage. A vision board, right? Ooh, fancy. Getting crafty here. Welcome to Mike's episode of Getting Crafty. But no, seriously, if that's what works for you, if you're plugged in all the time, then you can make a digital one and whatever works for you, or make a collage, or just put a vision board together of what you want. And you can do it one of two ways. Have the whole vision board. Hey, this is what I want. Or make smaller ones. It just popped in my head right now. But it just makes smaller ones of the vision board. So what you want, right? If you want a nice car, if you want to own your house, if you want to be debt free, stuff like that. But make a bunch of them, different cards, and change it. And put it by where you look in the morning. So in the bathroom, on the mirror, if you look there every morning, and have one there, and switch them out every now and again. And look at it. Look what you put the picture of. And you can write a little affirmation. And for those who don't know what an affirmation is, it's a thing that you want to put on that affirms what you're doing. And we'll get into that in other episodes about different things I've learned, different affirmation techniques that people talk about, and the ones that I like and that work for me, and the ones I've tried and other ones I haven't tried. But anyways, and then switch it out and have that and read those, right? What you want, if you want. And don't make it vague. Like, be straight to the point of like, hey, I want this Mercedes-Benz car, whatever, or I want to make X amount of dollars more, right? Whatever, or I need to make X amount of dollars per hour. So I want an extra $2 an hour, or I want this, or I want a job that gives me the opportunity to work in what I studied, right? I want this career. I want that. Whatever you want. And put it there. Look at it. And when you look at that, you got to tell yourself that reality is already happening. You got to program your body to look at that and be like, yeah, I got that. That's mine. And you got to push out. Like, I push out negativity because sometimes you're like, oh, it's so far-fetched that I'm going to be able to get that. Oh, I can't. My boss will never give me $2 extra an hour. Oh, I'm not going to even ask for a raise. We don't know unless you try. And if you put it in the universe and the time is right, you'll feel it in your gut. You feel it in your soul, or whatever, that time is right. Look at your boss and be like, hey, I like this. And you'd be surprised how things will change. But you got to believe it. Will it to existence. I'm telling you, and if this is new to you, then it might sound crazy, but but I'm telling you, in this world that we live in right now, in this physical world that we live in, this is one of the only worlds where we could think of something and make it an actual physical reality and make it real. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy. I never thought that when I was recording Life Changers, I was going to be in a warehouse that I rent, hanging out in a professional studio with my buddy, recording. I thought I was just going to be on my phone going, okay, everybody, hope you could hear me. I never thought, right? If I was to think like, oh, I'm going to have a nice studio, I'm going to record everything with this amazing technology that my buddy has, then, wow, that would have been a miracle to me just even a couple of years ago. And no, I manifested it because I was like, you know what? I always like, I'm going to do Life Changers. I have to. It's like burning me, man, not doing this, not talking about it, not doing it. years ago. Like I mentioned before, I created this logo. It's a nice logo. I didn't create it, but I came up with a concept, gave it to somebody who could design it, and on Fiverr, or Upwork, stuff like that. And then he sent it back to me, and I approved it, and I was like, I like it. But I came up with this concept years ago, like 5, 6, 7 years ago. And imagine if I started back then, we might already have the community that I'm dreaming of. But that's the thing is, I'm just going to record these because this is the reality that I want, and I'm putting it out there into the universe, and I don't care what happens to it. But I hope that we can create a community and take it to the next level where we can interact. I could do lives, and I could have people in here. We could talk with each other, and we can have live sessions, and we could have recorded sessions, and just interact with the community and build the community. Because you know what's going to make us really successful at Law of Attraction, and really successful and really into it, and really just feel all the good vibes and the good energy, is when we're in it and living in it, and we're doing it in a community. And I know that's what's going to work, and that's what I want. But who knows what the universe has in store for me. So you just got to remember, this is the reality that you're trying to make happen, and this is the reality you want to go into, move into, right? This is the, you want to jump into this next reality and be all you can be. You can do that. But you also got to remember that as you get more information, things are going to change, and you're going to create different. That's an ongoing process. And there's a technique I learned for creating your reality or manifesting. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that in the next episodes. And I get down to the nitty gritty of it and more into the manifestations and different ways how I manifested different things and tested out the theories. So I appreciate everybody. I love you, everybody. Thank you very much. This is Mike. This is Life Changers. And hey, I'm a work in progress. It takes one day at a time.